Hello, welcome to Exotic Gardening with me, Yorkshire Kris, and in this week's episode we're going to look at quite a large palm tree. Previously I made a video showing some of the best palms around the UK, but I used Google Maps to show where they were. But in this new series I'm going to go around the country looking at these huge palms in person and showing them off in all their glory. So in this episode we're going to take a trip down to London, probably the first of many trips down to London, to have a look at one of these very special palm trees. So the first palms I found in London of a decent size were these Washingtonia robusta palms outside the Natural History Museum. They were quite large, but I don't think they've been planted too many years, because I seem to not remember them from my last visit. There's a couple of quite large ones, I would say a good 3-4 metres tall, which were against a wall here in full sun, and they look like they're established well and should continue to thrive in this location. There were also a sable palm, which I nearly missed. Nice big leaves on this one underneath one of the Washingtonia robusta palms, and I think again in London this will do well. A Washingtonia that was obviously planted many years ago, probably as a small plant, was this in a front garden, again in London, central London, and this was doing really well, about 4 metres tall. And here, if you look up on the balcony, you can see some Bryah amatas. Not the normal place to see palm trees, and especially not Bryah amatas, so I don't think they will last too much longer unless they're potted up and planted out in the ground. But on a balcony, probably not the best type of plant to have growing. Now let's go and have a look at the palm I really came to see in London. Now I'm walking down quite a nice road here in South Kensington, London. We're about to go around the corner to see a pretty special palm tree, so let's have a look. Look at that, look at the size of that. That is a Phoenix canariensis, one of the best specimens I've ever seen grown here in the UK. Absolutely enormous. Let's get a closer look. So here we are at Edgerton Terrace in London, here to see this amazing Canary Island date palm, Phoenix canariensis, one of the best specimens I've ever seen in the UK. And I've seen it obviously on Google Maps in the previous video, seen it in the flesh. It's absolutely amazing. It's such a big palm tree, and well looked after, got echiums around it. They've also got aloes and geraniums growing in the trunk. See evidence that it's flowered up there as well. And just to give you a sense of scale, the crown of this is at least 8 metres across. It is absolutely enormous palm. The trunk itself is probably approaching a metre, but its overall size of it is truly amazing. And it's not just this Canary Island date palm, we've got a smaller one behind it, and we've also got a Butia odorata just round the corner, which has been fruiting as well, and that's also got succulents growing on it. So there, a Butia odorata, small compared to the Phoenix, but still a huge specimen for a Butia. Don't see many this size. The trunk itself looks to be about 1.5 metres tall, about 60 to 70 centimetres across. And the overall size of this is probably approaching 4 metres to the top there, and again a good 4 metres wide. So it's a fantastic specimen, one of the best I've seen. There's this Phoenix that I've come down to see, and it's been well worth the trip from Yorkshire. A huge specimen. A beautiful sunny September day. Here from a distance you can see it in its surroundings in this pretty small square, and it's dominating this corner. Huge palm tree, and it's something that I grow in my garden, but I know it's probably a temporary arrangement, because if we get a very cold winter it will die. But this specimen here in London, in a mild microclimate, because it's in a very big city centre,
It keeps that heat through winter, never gets too cold, never too frosty, and it's allowed this plant to mature and grow into a very, very large specimen.